Eyewitness News is your local election headquarters. The number of Democratic presidential candidates continues to shrink.
This afternoon, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren announced she is ending her bid for the White House.
Eyewitness News reporter Logan Wilbur has the details on what she told supporters today and what this could mean for the presidential race going forward. Logan?
Well, it wasn't a matter of if, but when. To no one's surprise, after 390 days, Elizabeth Warren made the decision to end her presidential campaign. Tuesday's announcement by Senator Elizabeth Warren to suspend her presidential campaign whittles the Democrat field down to a two-man race.
And it gives the voters a clear choice of which way they want to go with the Democratic Party. Bernie Sanders is the progressive, Joe Biden, who's fairly liberal, but also in this race looks like a moderate.
I thought it was possible that that wasn't the case, that there was more room to run another kind of campaign.
Warren was running another kind of campaign, and for a while, she was the front runner.
She peaked probably 2-3 months ago.
But after failing to win a single primary and only placing third in her home state of Massachusetts, Warren became the fifth candidate since the South Carolina primary to announce she would be ending her bid for the nation's top office. In front of a select crowd in Cambridge, Warren made the announcement just as many would expect.
She didn't go out there and criticize Sanders. She didn't go out there and criticize Biden. She didn't even go after Donald Trump. She talked about issues, and that's what Elizabeth Warren likes to talk about.
A 2-cent wealth tax and universal child care that could be real. We could make it happen. And canceling student loan debt for 43 million Americans and raising Social Security payments. Those are life-changing events for people.
Now, Senator Warren was extremely humble during her announcement today, making sure to thank all of her campaign workers and volunteers and, of course, the people of Massachusetts. Unlike other former presidential candidates, one thing she didn't do was endorse a candidate moving forward. Coming up tonight at 6, Eyewitness News political analyst Joe Fleming explains why this comes as no surprise. Live in studio, Logan Wilbur, Eyewitness News.
From your local election headquarters, the once wide field of Democratic presidential candidates is more narrow tonight.
And following her disappointing Super Tuesday results, Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren officially ended her campaign today. Eyewitness News reporter Logan Wilbur talked to our political analyst today about what her exit means for the race. Wilbur?
Well, just months ago, Senator Warren was considered a frontrunner among Democrats. After a public roasting of Mike Bloomberg during the debate in South Carolina, her stock appeared to be on the rise once again. Failing to win a single state on Super Tuesday and even finishing third in Massachusetts, today's announcement came as no surprise. One day after President Trump shared his thoughts of Elizabeth Warren's campaign,
She was really a spoiler.
Senator Warren made the announcement many were expecting.
I will not be running for president in 2020, but I guarantee I will stay in the fight.
Unlike previous candidates to end their bid for the commander-in-chief, Warren opted not to make an endorsement.
Not today. Not today. I need some space around this and want to take a little time to think a little more.
It's not a surprise. 4 years ago, she did not endorse for president between Clinton and Sanders. She waited to the very end before she endorsed.
It came as no surprise to see some candidates endorse Joe Biden, giving moderate voters one candidate to support. Despite Warren being so progressive, Joe Fleming says her supporters, and thus the fate of the Democratic race, are a little more tricky to predict.
Her programs are probably more in line with Bernie, but at the same time, that some of her supporters are probably more in line with Joe Biden. So Joe Biden will pick up some of those votes. The question is how they break, we're not sure.
Now, we won't have to wait too long to see how voters decide who to support. There are 6 primaries scheduled for next Tuesday, March 10th. Live in studio, Logan Wilbur, Eyewitness News.